Hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll be doing a Taco Bell mukbang.
A spooky Taco Bell mukbang.
So it's going to be a lot of eating and a lot of spooky stories. Let's just start eating because I'm starving.
Me too. So we've got our individual Taco Bell packages.
I've ordered so much, I don't even remember what I've ordered, frankly.
Churros.
It's like never ending food.
I was feeling so happy and excited.
That is a lot of food.
We have our Taco Bell platter ready. So this is a crunchy bean taco, some drink, and for dessert, these are what like
Cinnamon twist. Then there's churros and chocolate.
And this is chalupa. I know the packaging. I'm a chalupa fan. I wish I ordered quesadilla too. I don't know. I just forgot.
What is this?
This is another taco.
Crunchy taco.
I think this is a fajita veg taco.
And then there's a burrito. This is
a
veg.
burrito.
So I have a non-veg burrito. I have the naked chicken taco, which is just the best. Then I have a crunchy taco, and I have
Churros. No, cinnamon twist.
My favorite thing from Taco Bell are the cinnamon twists. Then I have the fries.
Where are my fries? Did I not get fries? I'm gonna have your fries. I'm gonna share your fries.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh no! This is like heaven on earth.
It's crunchy no more, but the taco flavors are coming through.
Yum. Ah, so good. So I'm gonna try the burrito.
We're starving. I don't know from how long. I just feel so happy. I feel like a Taco Bell king right now.
That's what you are.
I want to try my burrito too, looking at you eat.
I've never had this before, you know that?
Yeah.
So for the longest time, I used to hate Taco Bell.
Me too.
Remember the Taco Bell stunt?
Which one?
The Bell Hotel.
The hotel they opened for like what? Few days, right?
I don't know if it was like a weekend or a month or I don't know what. But they advertised to the whole world as if, you know, they are launching this hotel full of Taco Bell merch. Everything Taco Bell. And everyone was so excited thinking that it's a hotel.
It was a hotel though, wasn't it?
It was like a different hotel. They just took over for like that duration. And they only got influencers.
Like a marketing
Yeah, it
stunt.
was just a gimmick, yeah.
Yeah. Would you go to a Taco Bell hotel? Like, would you be excited about it after a while?
Like a one-time visit, maybe.
Idea of like, oh, a Taco Bell hotel. So I think for that you would want to go.
So no fast food joint has ever done this before. So Shane thought he's gonna get invited for this, but they did not invite him. Back then he was not even cancelled, so I don't know why they didn't invite him. So like Ryland.
You're obsessed with Ryland. Like, you know, she knows everything about Ryland. She's like up to date.
Yeah, I'm completely up to date with Ryland for some reason. Like I'm not really a fan, but I just know everything. So I was saying that Ryland made like Taco Bell hotel at home. So he basically converted their house into the Taco Bell hotel. And he did a great job at it.
Like, I don't know if you're supposed to eat the cinnamon twist with this.
I mean, you can.
That's what you want. Yeah. But it just tastes so good. There's a huge chance like she will not go back to eating cinnamon twist by themselves now.
Yeah?
Let's see. I think you should have added a little more.
More
chocolate.
I think
okay, just go
should,
ahead.
yeah.
She doesn't like chocolate that much, so.
Yum.
Yeah.
This is fab.
So enough of Taco Bell talks. We want to get into the spooky Taco Bell stories right now. It's a spooky setup. Is it? I don't know. But I don't know. We are feeling the spooks. So like I want to know like what stories are there, what went down, what spooks went down with Taco Bell.
So we came up with this entire idea of spooky Taco Bell mukbang because a friend of mine, she stays in Michigan and she got a job as a cashier at Taco Bell, and she came across some creepy stories about the branch, or I don't know from where she got it. She's telling me that during the late night shifts, a lot of like weird things keep happening.
Weirdly, I have a lot of late night shift stories.
Okay. I came across one in which there was this guy, and I think in between his like night shift, was it a night shift? He went to Taco Bell and he sat like we did to eat his food, and out of nowhere somebody breaks in and goes to the cashier, and he gets his gun out and he's like, get all the money out. The cashier is extremely like scared, but he's not ready to open the drawer, he's not ready to give the money, and this guy is like, if you don't give me the money, I'm gonna shoot all of you. The guy is like freaking out because he's just like,
I would like maybe sneak out.
I don't know. I think when such things happen, you just freeze.
Yeah, you don't wanna risk.
This guy, the shooter, or the robber, whatever, he shoots the cashier's
okay, so
shoulder.
It was just not a threat.
Yeah, he shoots the shoulder, and still this cashier doesn't want to like get the cash out. So this guy just goes to the next person, and it happens to be this guy who went in. And he points the gun at this guy, and he's like, give me all your money. And this guy is sweating, and he remembers that he's lost his wallet, or I don't know what. He was not carrying cash with him. He just blurted out, I don't have cash with me, but I have a lot of cash at home, so you come with me and I'll take you home.
What an idiot.
And even the shooter was such an idiot to be like, okay, let's go. And they sit in the car, and this guy was like sweating because he didn't know what to do. But he, instead of going home, he drove to his uncle's house, who happened to be a cop. And then the cop comes out, and then apparently this guy was one of the like most wanted criminals in the city or something.
No wonder like he shot, and because it takes a lot of guts and a lot
to
of
actually shoot.
Yeah. So this is something that turned out to be lucky. But what if his uncle was not a cop? I'm glad that guy is alive.
Hit me up with your story.
So there's this cashier who's like just doing his job, waiting for customers to come in.
Minding his business.
Yeah. But so apparently it was like really raining, like pouring outside. And there were no customers, like rarely any customers, I think. Or no, maybe. So then like he's getting calls on the telephone over there. I think it was like way back. So he's getting calls, he's picking the phone up. Somebody just like, he can hear someone breathing, but like nothing's happening. So he's like, okay, fine. Cutting it. And then again the phone's just going crazy, like it's ringing and ringing, and sometimes he could hear like a woman laughing, but he's getting super irritated and like scared. And then suddenly he hears that ting kind of thing, that not the alarm, but like the door has this system, that sound system that notifies, okay, someone has entered the store. So someone comes in, so he knows someone is inside the store. It was a huge store. And then he sees a woman coming in and like just walking around. And then he gets a text on his phone. It says like weird things that don't make any sense. But there was one text that he got that said, I'm here. And he got like really freaked out. He just looks at that woman, and that woman is just like not doing anything. She's going to the washroom, she's just walking around, and he knew like it's pouring outside, it's raining. So okay, people do that. So he's not thinking too much about it, but one situation after another, it's not like making him feel good. And then he's like, okay, let me call this number. He calls the number and the phone freaking rings in the store.
So it's like confirmed.
Then he just like hangs up, and then the phone stops ringing. So he calls one of his friends and he's like, do you think like there might be someone who's trying to like pull a prank on me or something? It's like, no brother, like it's raining outside. I guess that's what he said, I don't know. And as he's doing that, he just like looks up and he sees the woman behind one of the chairs just looking at him like this. He's like freaked out. He's like, this woman is psycho. So he like just screams like, I'm gonna call the cops, get out right now. And then she just like leaves, or I don't know what happens after that.
So she's just like a crazy stalker or something.
Yeah, so I think the cops came after a while. Maybe they found her outside the store or somewhere. Like, I'm not sure about the ending, but basically she was in a mental asylum or hospital or whatever, and
so she ran straight to Taco Bell.
Yeah. So the thing is, how did she get his number? So maybe she just came out of a mental asylum. She's bored. She's scrolling through her Instagram. She's like, okay, this guy's super cute. Let me find out info on him. He works at Taco Bell. And this guy had his number out. Like, these young cute guys.
So she found his information on Instagram.
And then she showed up to his workplace. And then he was like...
And got arrested for it.
He must have been like, some cute girls like might hit me up. So he put his number up. So yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Story about a delivery person. It was late night. And he had an order. Like, he had a delivery to do like really far away. And he kept riding. And he reached a very remote part of the city. He reaches the house with the things. He goes to the door. And there's nobody there, but there's like a faint shadow that tells him that, come at the back. So this guy felt weird, but he's like, just doing my job. So he goes at the back with the stuff, and he sees like this man sitting at the patio, and he's facing away and just looking into nothing. He calls out to this man saying, whatever, sir, your order's here. And he does not respond. From the left, he sees another person telling him like, come here. And this guy knew something is really off. He just took his stuff and he ran out. And he ran out and he came a little ahead, and then he asked around about the house, and everyone who lives nearby said that there's nobody that lives there.
Too scary. So it was like,
so basically, basically those two men or whatever did not exist. So who is this? Like, is this us, like, dead, ordering Taco Bell? Like, what's going on?
I think this is us in the future.
Us. In some like parallel universe where we are two huge men and dead.
Ordering Taco Bell. The guy just takes the order away. Like, we tried best not to spook him.
Yeah, we was looking away, but whatever. I think that was really creepy. Like, it's not easy being a delivery partner, like, ever, because you just meet so many weird people.
Yeah,
and
correct.
So many are rude, so many are weird, so many are spooky. Like,
and like, there are a lot of stories where, you get robbed because delivery guys have like a lot of cash on them. But I'm so happy, like, this digitalization of money. Like, you can't no more go to like convenience store and be like, give me all the cash, because they have no cash.
But there's no cash, honey. Like,
so this story, again, a delivery story. Taco Bell gets an order. They send one of their guys. So he's going to this house, whatever. The lawn is like up to here, and the house is really unkept, but he doesn't care. Like, he just wants to go back. He rings the bell. Nobody's opening the door. He's like, what's up? And after a while, like, a guy opens the door. And also, like, it's very freezing cold outside. So the guy's like, like, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, whatever. Like, please come in while I, get the cash or the change, the tip, whatever it is. So just come in. So he was very, like, hesitant, but he was so cold because he just came out of his car. So he waited for a while. So he's like, okay, who cares? Like, fingers crossed, let's go in. He goes in, and then he I bet his face was like this because there was no like heating system, like whatever. It was no different than outside, like maybe a little bit warmer because there are 4 walls. So just there, standing in the middle of the hall or whatever, just waiting for his money. So he sees this guy, the person who lived there, go in one door. He's coming out of the other door, going here, going there, and he just feels super weird about it. He's acting weird, and he had this strong gut feeling that something is wrong. But he's like, okay, never mind. I'll just 2 minutes more. I'll just get my cash and I'll just leave. So this guy, and then as he's seeing him acting weird, he's like slowly taking his steps back to the door. So he's like ready to leave just in case something happens. And so towards his right, there's like the way to the basement.
Okay.
So that'll come into play. And the guy comes towards him and he's like, wait, like, I'm not able to find my cash. I think I usually keep my cash in the basement. So I have to get it from the basement. Can you come with me? Just looks towards his right and it's like pitch darkness.
Okay.
And he's like, no thanks, like I'll just leave. And as soon as he says that, and the man is like just walking a little bit more and more, it's getting uncomfortable because he's too close now. And at the same time, he can hear some footsteps, like the wood creaking in the basement.
What's up? Like, why they don't set up these delivery partners? This is so sad.
And like, imagine being in that situation. What if he was like a naive kid who was like first day at his job?
Yeah, what if he was like, okay, let's go to the basement?
Yeah.
And he
like,
didn't care.
He would never come out. Yeah, so he just like turned around. Like in a second, he just opened the door, unlocked the door, and just ran to his car and left. So, a lucky day for him.
I think he would have quit after that. I would have quit.
So I have one last story.
Okay.
I have an extra story, a bonus.
Okay, we have a bonus.
Obsessed with the delivery
Category. Okay.
Yeah. So once again, this guy gets an order. No. This guy does not get an order first. His first red flag was something else. So he's at his job and he was actually a replacement for someone else who was quitting. The state was also the last day of the person who was about to quit.
Okay.
So this guy goes like, okay, I'm gonna leave. Like he tells his duties, okay, this is what I would do, this is what you're expected to do. And he's like, good luck. Like, you know, at last that good luck sounded very off.
We're like, for what?
Yeah. He didn't think too much about it and he gets his first order. Maybe he did few orders, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to, like, he got his first order.
Yeah, she's just trying to make it like spookier.
But this is very spooky.
Okay.
So he gets this order, like, I don't know when, very in the initial stages, maybe the first, second, third day, whatever. And then he, like, goes. He puts in the address in the GPS and then it shows him like a very far place. And it's not even in the city, like, just way far. And as he's like driving, there's nobody, like there are no houses, no nothing, and he's feeling super scared. And there's no light, only of the car. And then he goes there and then he's like, okay, he rings the bell. It was like a very old house and it looked like nobody lived there. But he got the order and he checked, yes, it was the house. Before he could even ring it, like somebody just opens the door and it's an old lady, like super old lady, like...
You know, I think this is how all the delivery partners feel when they come to my house.
Yeah.
Because I'm so excited for the food that I'm waiting for them already.
She has this huge granny, like grandma purse we all know about. She puts her hand in, going through whatever was in the purse. She's like trying to collect some change. But she's not looking into it. She's just like doing this, okay? He's waiting. But she's just not like coming up with the cash. She's just in there like after like 5-6 minutes, which is a long time.
Which is a long to go through your bag.
After a while, this old granny, he was like, can I have my Taco Bell? She goes like... And then he has these chills going down back his spine.
Yeah, like I felt it.
Even in the recreation, like granny, your energies are just... And then now he's scared, like... And she's holding on to something inside the purse, okay? And like he's like, what is it? Is it a gun? Is it a pepper spray? Is it a knife? Like he has no clue. And he takes like few steps back. Just as he does that, he can see someone's walking towards him like a huge man. He's walking and slowly is trying to run towards him. And he also sees another man behind the granny. Like just walk.
Okay.
In the house. He can see it. And he just like threw the Taco Bell. And he just ran.
I don't care about this Taco Bell.
Yeah, and he just like ran to his car, started it, and then he just like went a little bit like further, aage jaake. He just stopped and he called the cops because he was just not okay. First of all, now he has to pay for that maybe to like the whatever Taco Bell, and he's like, okay boss, this is what happened. And he's like, what? Like the guy who had left the job, right, had told him something about this specific address. After a few days, he gets the call from the cops. And the cops are like, okay, we went there and they were involved in some like illegal
So they should like trap.
Yeah, maybe like lured people in, like kidnap them, kill them, cook them and eat them. Like we don't know, like a lot of cannibal stuff happens out there, so I don't know. And then the granny, like, what to maybe she was there for the cooking part, like.
Yeah. Don't spook out your delivery partners because it's very rude.
I'm trying to give it chocolate, like even with the cinnamon twist, I'm like.
I'm trying the best I can. So we're ending our video with churros and chocolate. So guys, please like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel, and hope you all had a fun time with us with these stories and all our food. So we just hope this was worth all the calories. Anyway, see you all in the next one.